How does one keep their fishing line from getting tangled like a ball of yarn? Ever found yourself wrestling with a tangled fishing line, wasting precious time that could be spent fishing? You're not alone. Tangled lines are a common frustration for anglers of all levels, often turning a relaxing outing into an exercise in patience. Proper line management isn't just about avoiding knots. It's key to enhancing your fishing success and enjoyment. In this post, we'll cover simple yet effective strategies to keep your line smooth and tangle-free. Stick around to learn how to keep your focus on the fish, not on the frustrating mess of tangled line. Understanding fishing line types. Fishing is a relaxing and rewarding pastime, but nothing kills the vibe like a tangled fishing line. By understanding the types of fishing lines available, we can start to unravel the mystery of why they tangle and how best to avoid it. Monofilament lines. Monofilament lines are the most common type of fishing line. They are made from a single strand of nylon, which makes them flexible and easy to use. However, this same flexibility can sometimes lead to tangling. Monofilament lines are 1. Affordable. They are generally the least expensive type of fishing line. 2. Stretchy. This helps absorb shocks but can also make it tricky to manage. 3. Versatile. Suitable for different types of fishing and can be used in both fresh and salt water. Despite their popularity, monofilament lines can twist and tangle more easily due to their stretchiness. Imagine trying to untangle a long piece of spaghetti. It's a similar challenge. Braided lines. Braided lines are known for their strength and durability. They are created by weaving together several strands of synthetic materials. This makes them strong but also gives them unique tangling characteristics. Benefits of braided lines include 1. Incredible strength. Perfect for catching larger fish. 2. Thin diameter. Allows for longer casting distances. 3. Low stretch. Offers better sensitivity to detect bites. Due to their weave, braided lines can sometimes dig into themselves on the spool, creating tight knots. This is different from the more elastic tangles of monofilament lines. It's like trying to untangle a tightly knotted rope versus a springy piece of string. Fluorocarbon lines. Fluorocarbon lines are prized for their invisibility underwater. They are made from polyvinylidene fluoride, which has light refractive properties similar to water, making the line nearly invisible to fish. Key features of fluorocarbon lines are 1. Invisibility. Great for clear water fishing. 2. Resistance. High resistance to abrasion and UV light. 3. Fast sinking. Useful for getting lures to deeper waters quickly. Fluorocarbon lines are generally stiffer than monofilament, which makes them more resistant to tangling and twisting. However, they can become unruly when coiled tightly. Think of it like trying to manage a new garden hose. It can be tough to handle until it loosens up a bit. Each type of fishing line has its own benefits and drawbacks. By understanding these characteristics, you can choose the right line for your needs and reduce the chances of ending up with a tangled mess. Preventative measures before fishing. Before you even cast your line, there are a few steps you can take to ensure your fishing line doesn't turn into a tangled mess. These preventative measures will save you time and frustration out on the water. Proper spooling techniques. Correctly spooling your fishing reel is crucial to avoid twists and tangles. With a bit of care and attention, you can make a big difference. 1. Start with the right reel and line. Make sure the line you choose matches the size and type of your reel. 1. Too thick or too thin, and you'll run into problems. 2. Attach the line properly. Begin by tying the line securely to the reel spool. 2. A simple arbor knot will do the trick. 2. Ensure it's tight but not overly so. 3. Avoid line twist. When spooling the line onto the reel, have someone hold the line spool. 3. Ensure the line comes off the spool in the same direction it goes onto the reel. 3. This prevents unnecessary twisting. 4. Maintain tension. While spooling, keep even tension on the line. 4. You can do this by pinching the line between your thumb and index finger as it goes onto the reel. 5. Fill it right. Fill the spool to the recommended level, usually about 1/8 inch from the edge. 5. Overfilling or underfilling can cause tangles. Using line conditioner. Line conditioner can be a game changer in reducing memory and tangling. Here's how you can make the most out of it. 1. Apply before spooling. Spray the line conditioner on the spool before you start spooling the line onto your reel. 1. This helps the line lay smoothly and reduces friction. 2. Regular maintenance. Even after spooling, apply line conditioner regularly. 2. A quick spray before each fishing trip can keep your line supple and ready. 3. Easy application. Hold the conditioner about 6 inches away from the line and spray lightly. 3. Avoid soaking the line, as too much conditioner can make it slippery and hard to handle. 4. Preventing line memory. Line memory is when the line retains the shape of the spool. 4. Conditioner helps in relaxing the line, making it lay flat and reducing the chances of tangling. 5. Storage tips. When not in use, store your reel in a cool, dry place and occasionally give it a spray of line conditioner to keep the line in good condition. By following these simple steps, you can prevent many common fishing line problems before they start. Happy fishing! On the water line management. Keeping your fishing line from getting tangled can be tough, but it's definitely possible with the right approach. Here, we'll cover some essential tips for managing your fishing line while out on the water. Careful casting techniques. Casting is one of the main times when your line can get tangled. To help prevent this, try the following tips. 1. Smooth and steady movements. Avoid jerky motions when casting. 1. Smooth and steady movements will keep your line from looping and knotting. 2. Check for wind. Wind can easily mess up your cast. 2. Always be aware of its direction and strength. 2. Casting over your shoulder directly into the wind can lead to tangles. 3. Proper reel control. Keep your thumb on the spool and lightly press down as you cast. 3. This will help control the speed of the line coming off the reel and reduce backlash. 4. Line tension. Maintain tension in your line when casting. 4. Loose line can easily get caught and form loops. Managing bait and tackle. The way you handle your bait and tackle can also impact how often your line tangles. Here's what you can do. 1. Choose the right gear. Opt for tackle that suits your fishing style and environment. 1. Lightweight and balanced gear can help reduce line twist. 2. Secure your bait. Make sure your bait is firmly attached to the hook. 2. Loose bait can spin and cause your line to twist. 3. Use swivels. Swivels are great for preventing line twist. 3. Attach one between your main line and leader to allow bait or lures to spin freely without affecting your line. 4. Organize your tackle. Keep your tackle organized and easily accessible. 4. Avoid clutter, which can lead to accidental line tangles. By paying attention to your casting technique and managing your bait and tackle wisely, you can significantly reduce the chances of your line becoming a tangled mess. These practices will help keep your fishing experience smooth and enjoyable. Dealing with tangled line. Fishing can be a soothing and rewarding pastime, but nothing ruins the experience faster than a tangled fishing line. Dealing with these snarls can be frustrating, but with the right steps, you can get back to fishing in no time. Step-by-step entangling process. Entangling a fishing line doesn't have to be a nightmare. Follow these steps to get the job done quickly and efficiently. 1. Stay calm. First, take a deep breath. 1. Getting upset will only make the tangle worse. 2. Inspect the tangle. Pay attention to where the main knots are. 2. This will help you understand how to tackle the problem. 3. Loosen the knots. Gently pull at the loops and knots to see if they loosen. 3. Do not yank or tug. 4. Use a needle or pick. If the knots are too tight, use a needle or a hook to carefully loosen them. 4. Be patient. 5. Work from the outside in. Start by freeing the outer loops and gradually work your way towards the central knot. 6. Separate the strands. Once the main knots are loosened, carefully separate the strands. 6. This will help you see the remaining tangles more clearly. 7. Test the line. Finally, run the line through your fingers to ensure there are no weak spots. 7. Tangles can cause damage that weakens the line. By following these steps, you can efficiently handle most tangles without too much stress. When to cut the line. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, a tangle might be too severe to untangle. Here are some situations where cutting the line is the best option. 1. Severe knots. If the knots are so tight that you can't loosen them even with a needle, it's time to cut. 2. Time constraints. If you're out fishing and don't want to spend your entire trip dealing with a mess, cutting the line will save you time. 3. Damaged line. Check to see if the tangled area has weakened the line. 3. If the line is frayed or damaged, it's safer to cut it and start fresh. When cutting the line, make sure to use a sharp knife or a pair of line cutters. Cut as close to the tangle as possible to save as much line as you can. Always keep some extra line handy for such emergencies. By knowing when to cut your losses, you can avoid unnecessary frustration and get back to enjoying your fishing trip. Regular maintenance of fishing gear. Regular maintenance of fishing gear is key to keeping your line from tangling like a ball of yarn. A well-maintained line ensures smoother casts and fewer headaches when you're out on the water. Here's how you can keep your fishing gear in top shape. Cleaning and inspecting line. Taking time to clean and inspect your fishing line can save you from a mess later on. A dirty or damaged line is more prone to twists and knots. Here's how you can keep it in good condition. 1. Rinse the line. After each fishing trip, rinse your line with fresh water. 1. This helps remove salt, dirt, and other debris that can weaken it. 2. Dry the line. Let the line dry completely before storing it. 2. Moisture can cause mold and weaken the material over time. 3. Check for wear and tear. Run your fingers along the line, feeling for any rough spots or nicks. 3. These are weak points that can cause the line to break or tangle. 4. Examine the line under light. Hold the line up to the light and look for any discoloration or fraying. 4. A line that looks worn out will perform poorly and is more likely to tangle. By following these steps, you can keep your fishing line in good shape and avoid many of the issues that lead to tangles. Replacing old line. Even with the best care, fishing lines don't last forever. Knowing when to replace your line is crucial to maintaining a tangle-free fishing experience. Here's why and when you should consider a replacement. 1. Frequent use. Lines that are used regularly wear out faster. 1. If you fish often, consider replacing your line every few months. 2. Visible damage. If your line has visible nicks, fraying, or discoloration, it's time for a new one. 2. Damaged lines are more likely to tangle and snap. 3. Age of the line. Even if you don't fish much, lines can degrade over time. 3. Exposure to sunlight and air can weaken the material. 3. Aim to replace your line at least once a year. 4. Different fishing conditions. Saltwater fishing is harsher on lines than freshwater fishing. 4. If you switch environments, you might need to change your line more often. By keeping these points in mind, you can prevent your line from becoming a tangled mess, ensuring more enjoyable and successful fishing trips. Conclusion. Keeping your fishing line from becoming a tangled mess involves regular maintenance and a few simple habits. By spooling the line correctly, using a line conditioner, and paying attention to windy conditions, you can significantly reduce the chances of tangling. These steps will ensure a smoother and more enjoyable fishing experience. Apply these tips and notice the difference on your next fishing trip. Happy fishing!